Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is titled, Girlfriend of 2 years cheated with my neighbor and now lives there. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's get right into it. I broke up with my girlfriend of 2 years about a month ago. She started going back to school a few months ago and started carpooling with a guy in the neighborhood to school. The first time I meet him, he announces that he's an expert at manipulating people and situations. I didn't like him from the start and told my girlfriend that I thought he had bad intentions and that he had the hots for her. She says he's not her type and they are just friends. I decide to not be the controlling type and to just trust her. Fast forward to our anniversary and she calls out of work because her back was hurting but ends up doing a side job with the neighbor. She doesn't get home from her side job until almost midnight. She claimed her phone died, yet the person she was with had my number. He put me on Do Not Disturb. I confront her about cheating and she denies it. Slowly, she quits doing anything to help out our household and is constantly hanging out with her friends. A few days after our anniversary, it's Halloween, and she begs me to get pumpkins and wine, and we were going to carve pumpkins. She's wearing a questionable Halloween costume, and on our way home, she gets a text saying she's invited to dinner and that I'm not invited. So I give her the chance and she says she wants to be dropped off at the neighbor's. So I drop her off only to return because she's dressed in paper and it's raining. Plus I went to the grocery stores to find pumpkins. We go back to our house and argue. Next week she gets paid and I ask her to get dog food because I'm broke and couldn't get any. I found out that she spent all her money on her friends after a few days of lying about having money. When I discover she blew $300, I kicked her out. Now she's living 6 houses down. I have to drive past his house to leave my neighborhood. He lives with his parents, by the way. I've recently heard that he just wants to be friends. I've had only one phone conversation with her since we split up. She calls me to tell me someone grabbed her at work. I told her that they probably figured it was okay since she was questionable morals. She blocked me. The first comment says, your girl went to a Halloween party without you, knowing the reason you weren't invited, at the neighbor's house wearing some skimpy paper costume. If it was me, her ass would have walked home. Sounds like to me he's been hitting that, but doesn't want her there at his place full time. That's why you're getting calls from him and her. They want their old situation back. Her at your house and him getting that whenever he wants. But the straw that broke the camel's back is the dog food thing, bruh. Not getting the dog food would have made me black out on her. And the second comment says, you've been lucky here, OP. I know that it probably doesn't seem like that now. Oh boy, lucky. Lucky, lucky. Apart from cheating on you, she isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. WTF. She was so brazen with it, and after 2 years together. One thing for sure. Her attractiveness to the AP will have gone down by 50% the minute she became totally available. As she's living so close, you can stand by for a grandstand view of her car crash new relationship. As they say, not your monkey, not your circus. Your most powerful weapon now is complete indifference. Even if you have to fake it, just totally ignore them. I'm guessing that she will come back around to you in the not too distant future. Don't entertain her, OP. She's definitely not worth it. She didn't want you on her team. She had her chance and she blew it. Good luck. Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video, and this one is titled, Our daughter is 2 months old and our wedding was in 3 months. We broke up yesterday. Please like and subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's get right into it. I found out last week my partner cheated on me for 4 months in the beginning of our relationship. He was constantly cheating with 3 girls and casually flirting with more. I forgave him because we have a newborn and I wanted us to stay together for her sake. We spent the past week trying to work things out and we were getting better. He mentioned seeking therapy. Every now and then I would get cold because I'd be getting flashbacks, but we were okay. But we weren't. I discovered on Wednesday night he had been on Tinder for the past week messaging girls and giving them his phone number while I stayed home, sobbing and sleep deprived over our newborn daughter. He even used one of the lines he used on me in the messages. I'm heartbroken. I've slept for maybe 3 hours in the past day because I can't stop crying and I can't get over it. We have no choice but to stay in the same residence because we can't afford to rent separate places. I just can't believe he did that to me or to our daughter. I keep cycling through hating him, blaming myself, and just wishing I could have been different. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is titled, Am I the a-hole for telling my daughter the truth about my relationship with her late mother? She cheated multiple times. After my daughter said she wants a relationship with her future spouse like we had. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's get right into it. This is the first time I have ever told any of my 3 kids that their mother was unfaithful, and it was not something I ever intended to share with them, especially now that their mother has passed. But in that moment, it seemed like it needed to be said. Partly, I felt this way because my therapist and I have been talking a lot lately about truth and the dangers of holding my truth inside. She didn't tell me I had to tell my kids, but she did say I would probably struggle to move on and gain closure as long as I had to keep pretending like my marriage was a happy one. It would be years of having to keep up the facade, which would only keep that wound raw. She was right about it. Even though my daughter is upset, I do feel better now that I can finally stop pretending like my marriage was anything more than a sham and loveless for the most part. The other factor which led me to tell my daughter was some of her comments about my marriage, but more so one comment she made about our parenting. She didn't say she loved her mother more than me or that I was a bad father to her, but she said in her own way that she thinks her mom made more sacrifices for my family and the kids than I did, which is why she admires her so much. It's the first time she has ever said anything like this to me, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't devastating to hear that. It's true that I was not able to be as present as my wife at all times, since for parts of my marriage I was the sole provider and had to work late, but I attended nearly every event, game, recital, and special event my kids had. It was even more hurtful because at one point our wife was planning to leave me and our kids to start a new life with her affair partner, while I would have never even given a thought to doing something like that. It wasn't even a brief thought of hers. She had already made plans to do so, but changed her mind at the last minute. When I told my version of events to my daughter, she became very angry, which I understand. She told me I should never have told her this and I was selfish for not keeping this to myself. She hates me for ruining the image she has of her mother and her memories of her, and she told me to not even think of telling her siblings. If I do, she says she is done with me. It is hard for me to not be frustrated with my daughter because her immediate response was to defend my mother and blame me for not going to my grave with this secret, even if it meant many more years of pain. I am not sure if I will tell my other kids or not. Am I the a-hole like my daughter says? Would I be an a-hole if I told my other kids the same thing I told my daughter?